Well, hey folks, welcome to another episode here at Gideon's Tactical. I am your host, Aaron, and I want to share with you my list of my top 5 outdoor pocket knives. You know, getting out there and enjoying the wilderness is an awesome part of life, regardless if it's through car camping, bushcrafting, day hiking, backpacking, or any other outdoor activity. I believe having a good, reliable pocket knife is essential. And I want to share my list of 5 pocket knives depending on price point, blade steel, and just different performance aspects that I want to share with you today. But I also want to talk concept with you, things to look for in an outdoor pocket knife that would be different than, say, like an EDC folder that you're going to be carrying around town, to the office or to a night out. Different than, say, like a tactical folder for law enforcement and military and, day at the range or whatever. That there are certain aspects to an outdoor pocket knife that you need to consider compared to those others that I have listed. So we're going to discuss concept as well so that you have a data point when you go out and purchase pocket knives, regardless if it's the list that I have for you today or other ones that have piqued your interest, so you can have a better idea of what to look for and what to expect. So with that, let's hop to the tabletop and begin to break down these 5 knives that I could recommend for you to enjoy out in the woods. So I want to hit with you real quick what we don't want to be looking for when we are talking about an outdoor pocket knife. We're talking about staying away from flat, slim handles. That is one of the major things you want to think about when you are carrying a pocket knife out into the outdoors, because you're going to be holding this knife for an extended period of time. You're going to probably be bearing down on it. You may be doing a lot more work than you would just with an average pocket knife. Around town, you might just be opening a package. Maybe you're just cutting through a box, preparing some food real quick, something like that. You're not going to be holding this for possibly an extended period of time, really bearing down maybe through wood. You're doing a lot of maybe cordage cutting. You're doing a lot of food prep for your meal, whatever it is. And thin knives like this can just create a lot of hot spots and just are not very comfortable for extended periods of time. Same with this one. It's just super slim. That's another aspect as well. So not only just like flat size, you want rounded, full contoured handles, but also you want thick handles that are fat and beefy. The beefier and fatter they are, the better they are. So to kick that concept off, we're gonna look at our first set of knives here, the cheapest out of the bunch, Opinel Knives. Love these guys. Awesome. They've been around for the company for over 100 years over in France, and I think they've been making this particular style with the collar lock at least, I think, since the 50s, if I remember correctly, is when they came up with that idea. But these are awesome for a couple of reasons. First off, and we're going to have links in the description below over to Blade HQ, Amazon. That's a great way to help support the channel when you guys use those hyperlinks. And these guys will come in anywhere between, just depends on the size, and there are a lot of different sizes out there, so you can just pick your poison, between like $15 and $25. So really inexpensive. The carbon one I think I got for like $10 a year or two ago. This is a stainless steel version over here that I think I got for a few dollars more, maybe like $12 to $15 maybe a year ago. So what makes these guys great for the outdoors is, one, we got full flat grinds. These come in about 3¼ inches. They're going to have 90-degree spines, so you'll be able to throw sparks off of fire steels, which is another big selling point. They're really nice, really well designed. The steels are okay. You're going to have to sharpen them pretty regularly. But they're very easy to sharpen. They're great food prep knives. So around a fire, around the campsite, whatever, to prepare a meal, these things are amazing with that nice full flat grind. The handles, as I just said a moment ago, I mean, you can just see the noticeable difference, how much fuller this is. This is a wood handle, totally rounded, very comfortable. I mean, it feels like you're holding a broom handle basically. I got large size hands. Just really feels good. No hot spots. I can hold this in any direction for an extended period of time. This guy would get really uncomfortable pretty quick. And then it does have just a simple collar lock that's pretty secure. You just rotate that little guy, folds back into place, and the collar will actually even go over it, so it won't accidentally open in your pocket. Some of them will come with little lanyard holes, some of them will not. You could easily drill them out, and there's lots and lots of options. But these guys are amazing. Everyone should have one of these in their kit regardless. But if you're on a really tight budget and you need an outdoor folder, Opinels are amazing, and I highly recommend them. Stepping up a little bit more in price, but not by much, is a buck knife, and this one in particular really stands out for me. This is the Buck 110 LT. Now the Buck 110 and 112 have been around since the 60s. They are iconic and classic with pocket knives in general. They are amazing outdoor folders. The one complaint I've always had are twofold. One, they're really heavy and they're really slick. The handles are really smooth and they just don't give you a lot of traction. That has been fixed with this LT model. You can see here that they've done now glass reinforced nylon, which brings us down to about 3.5 ounces, where the full size regular one with wood handles would be, I think, like 7 ounces, so very heavy. So we cut the weight basically in half. You are getting about a 3.5 inch cutting edge. You're getting a 3.75 inch overall. Great classic clip point, good precise tip, hollow grind there. 420 high carbon. Great steel, going to hold an edge better than the two Opinels over here. This guy's going to come in about $25, really inexpensive, good lock back setup there. That's going to feel really good in the hand. Again, going to that handle idea. You can see that they put some really good traction and kind of stippling on the sides there to give you a lot like better grip when your hands are maybe sweaty or wet. And it just feels really good in the hand for an extended period of time. I can hold it in any direction, no hot spots, just a really natural curvature. Fills out that hand with plenty of room to spare. They got a nice lanyard hole, comes with a nylon sheath that is horizontal or vertical compatible. This does have a quick thumb stud that I screwed in there. Awesome thumb stud, makes it so that I can open this one-handed. I will have a link in the description below as well. They usually come in about $5 to $8. Super awesome. But guys, for the money, this is going to be an awesome option, and I believe really reliable. The only drawback would be that the play in the pivot here, because there's no reinforcement, you can feel it kind of move side to side, up and down just a slight little bit. So some of the other knives we're going to look at today may have a little bit stronger lockup. That's just something you kind of have to know and deal with if you're going to go with this direction. But for $25, you're getting an awesome, lightweight, ergonomic, and good for the money steel in a USA made product in this Buck 110 LT. Next up is the Cold Steel Fin Wolf. We reviewed this a while ago. One of the very few pocket knives that has a true 0 degree Scandi grind. Very similar to like Mora's and those type of things. So if you really want like a backup folding bushcraft knife, this is the way to go. I mean, this thing is awesome. You're looking at about $35, $40 to $35. Really good price point for the AUS 8 steel that they're offering you. It does have a 90-degree spine on it. The Buck will not, by the way. I just want to let you know that. This will have a 90-degree spine on it, though, to throw sparks. Good AUS 8 steel that for the price point is very reasonable. Again, like woodscraft, if you're like, I need a pocket knife to do woodscraft, this is going to be probably the best one out of everyone that we're going to look at today. It's not as good with food prep and some other aspects just because of the way the grind is, but that Scandi 0 degree bevel is insane. It's got the triad locking system, so that's really nice. Now, this is going to be the first one that we're going to look at today with a pocket clip. That pocket clip doesn't seem to get in the way for me when I bear down on the knife. When I hold it in different directions, I can totally do like a reverse chest lever grip. Fits really well in my hand. It is reversible and it's tip up. So if you like that idea versus having to carry like these, either just throwing it in your pocket or these, having to carry it in a sheath, this is a good option for you. You're going to get plenty sticking out so you can grab the knife and pull it out of your pocket that way. Again, very super strong locking mechanism, as well as thumb studs. And then the handle is going to be slimmer than most of the other ones that we're going to look at today, just kind of show you there. So that is something to kind of take into consideration. I would say it's not the most ergonomic. I would say it's the least ergonomic out of all the ones that we look at today. That's not to say that's uncomfortable, though. It's going to be way more ergonomic than, say, these two over here, just because of the larger profile. All the angles have been rounded very nicely, and it just fills your hand out really well without creating any hot spots. So if you are looking for that under $40 locking thumb stud pocket clip option and you're on a budget and you want absolute insane woodscraft capability out of a pocket knife, I think the Fin Wolf is the way to go. Next, we are looking at the Gator Premium from Gerber. This guy is sweet and will be the best ergonomics that we're going to look at here on the table. What we're looking at in this particular version of the Premium is S30V steel on about a 3.6 inch blade, about a 3.3 actual cutting edge, saber grind, insane relief edge. S30V steel is amazing. USA made in Portland, Oregon. Lock back design and a massive handle. You can just see how fat, how big. It's rubberized, Feels amazing. Nice lanyard hole. Going to come with a good USA made crocodile leather sheath, alligator leather sheath. Really nice, really well presented. And I mean, you can just see, I mean, the ergos on this, guys, is mind blowing. It'll be a little heavy. I think the knife itself is about 5 ounces and then maybe like 6 or 7 with the sheath. So it will be a little bit on the heavy end, but the ergos are better than a lot of fixed blades in this size range. I mean, it's insane. And just to show you here, going to like the Opinels, you can see how much bigger and just fuller it's going to be compared to the buck. I mean, it's not even a competition there in the overall ergonomics. So the ergos are really what set this apart, plus the S30V steel. Now the cool thing is that there's a full Gerber Gator line, and they do have a couple budget-friendly options as well that are going to be very similar, but may have nylon sheaths and just be a USA-made 420 high carbon for one that looks very similar to this. And then they do have also one that is a full flat grind version with 154 cm. That's going to be about $40. Those are great lower budget options if you don't want to go with the premium S30V steel. So those are some things just to offer you to consider. I would say any one of them is going to have amazing ergonomics, and you're getting, depending on just on your price point, from $35 to $40, I believe, to then about on this one, about $80 is what you can expect to pay. All really good price points, just depending on basically what your budget and what your steel preference is. But man, this one is amazing, and the Gerber Gator line is fantastic when we talk about particularly ergonomics. Then we have the Benchmade Freek Super Freak. This guy right here, really impressed. I wasn't really knowing what to expect with this blade, but what you're getting here, not only are you getting it not only for the price, but you're going to get some aspects that we haven't seen to date on the tabletop here. What we're looking at is about $115, $120 for the full size. The mini is too small for me, but you're looking at about a 3.6 inch overall cutting edge, a very high saber grind, so that's going to be really good for food prep as well as woodscraft. 90-degree spine. The Gerber will not have a 90-degree spine. 90-degree spine on this guy right here. You're getting that axis locking mechanism, so a different style than the lockbacks and collar lock that we've looked at so far. I don't really like liner locks or frame locks when I'm talking about outdoor knives. They just don't seem to have quite the durability that some of these other options have. But axis locking mechanism that is totally ambidextrous on either side, righties, lefties. This will have a pocket clip as well for righties or lefties, which is great. Nice, big, generous lanyard hole here. Going to ride up plenty so you can pull it out with gloves on in your pocket. The nice thing is that they've done this like rubberized material, so it really grips in your pocket. So if you're going to carry it in your pocket with the pocket clip, it's not going to accidentally pop out without really, like, you got to be like falling down the mountain for this thing to pop out, just because of the rubberized texture grabs onto your pocket, which is super cool. And it is really nice and full. That rubber material feels really warm to the touch and really fills out your hand very nicely when you are bearing down on it. If you are doing, a feather stick, you're doing some notching, you're doing food prep, whatever it may be. And you're going to get S30V steel as well on this guy. So really good high-end steel. So that's going to be like for true pocket carry. A couple of these, the Gerber, the Buck, and these Opinels are mostly either just throw it in your pocket without a pocket clip or sheath carry. This one is a true pocket clip carry like the Finwolf is, and you're going to get some great steel as well as ergonomics and all those things really working together. So now that we've seen all these guys and kind of talked about it, what would be the one? If I could only have one out in the woods, what would it be? For me, it would be the Gerber Gator. The steel to price point to handle ergonomics is mind-blowing. It's just got a whole package. It is a great woodscraft item. It does good with the food prep. It has a great locking mechanism, and it's going to have mind-blowing ergonomics and be a great backup to a fixed blade, regardless of the size that you may be going with. This just has so much going for it, and again, it's going to be $80. Gerber's got their lifetime warranty. I've used it before. They do a great job taking care of the customer, and just a really good overall package that you're going to get a lot of work in, I believe. And if I could only have one of these to go out on my next camping trip or hiking trip with, and it was like, I'm taking the rest, you can't have them, then I would want to keep the Gerber Gator. Well, there you have it, folks. I really hope that this video has helped you out and pointed you in the right direction on what are my top 5 pocket knives when I go out into the wilderness. and just helping you think concepts, regardless if you connect with any of these 5 or if there are other folders that maybe I didn't list that you're considering. This, I hope, will give you some food for thought, give you some data points so you can make a better decision now or in the future when you are carrying a pocket knife out in the woods. So always remember to support us through subscribing. If you're not a current subscriber, I would invite you to become part of the regular YouTube family here and become part of the GT family. We're cranking out videos like this every single week. You regular subscribers, you're amazing. Thank you so much for your continued support. Check us out on all the relevant social media, Instagram, Facebook. We're throwing up stuff there that's separate from YouTube. It's a good way to see what's up and coming, projects that we're working on, all kinds of stuff like that. And we just thank you guys for your continued support here. As long as the channel is up on YouTube and exists, we'll continue to put content out for you guys, the viewers, and I thank you so much for your support. Finally, guys, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.